You want to come here?
Are you sure?
This will be interesting. Yeah, just give him, at least for the introduction.
Oh.
Look.
Give the
Oh. Can you say hi? Yeah, camera. Hi, camera. Ooh, yeah, camera. Hey guys, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're doing the Do I Have That Other Book Challenge. So this was a challenge that was created by Keeping Tabs and Current Chapter. I will leave their channel and videos linked down below. And we're gonna be doing this. I don't know how much Presley's going to be joining us for. I was hoping he was gonna sit over here in the like baby jail area with Leon because he's gonna be reading the questions out for me. But he didn't wanna do that, so we'll see. As soon as we start the questions, we'll probably put him in there. I do have a slight caveat for this because you're supposed to go into this completely blind. I have seen some videos done for this challenge. It's been months though. I think the first video came out in like May. I think this is when they did it. And so I've been trying to not watch as many so that I forget what a lot of the prompts are. But yeah, if it seems like I'm doing a little bit better than I should be, that could be it. However, also with any challenge or book tag or anything like that, I also forget the plot and characters of every single book I ever own. So we shall see. But we have 20 questions, I believe it is. Are you going to be okay if we put you down? Maybe, maybe not. Should this be like an exercise challenge? I just carry a 26-pound baby through the whole thing? No? Let's try and put him down. Aw, yeah, you're my baby, huh? Mommy's baby. And go see Daddy? And go help Daddy? Okay, well, we're gonna start this, I guess, with a 26-pound baby. Okay, so Leon is also going to be timing this. The shortest I've ever seen has been around 7 minutes or so. I don't think that's gonna happen, but we'll see. Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, start. Do you have a book with a fox on the cover or as part of the plot?
Oh, yes.
Do you have a book published the year you were born or within 3-year radius?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Where is it? All the way in the corner.
No.
I'm pretty sure Good Omens is 1990.
All right.
Wait. I have to check.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Do you have a book with music as weapon or magic?
Music.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Oh, okay. I do, but I haven't read it yet, so it's in the other freaking room. No, you can't stop it.
Give me the baby.
Too late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a series with mismatched covers?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go with this one.
Okay. Do you have a book with a shapeshifter?
Yes.
Do you have a book signed by the author?
Okay, Editing Chelsea is here. So in case you don't follow me on Twitter, I just wanted to explain a little bit about what happened. I filmed, obviously, the Do I Have That Other Book challenge, and we made it through about half of the questions before my camera stopped recording. And so that means we did about 10 questions. However, when I tried to figure out why it stopped recording that day, it wasn't the battery, it wasn't that I ran out of memory, but my memory card did say something about memory card not found or memory card corrupted or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. And when I went to actually edit this video, the first half of the video was gone, completely gone. We didn't delete it. I don't know what happened to it, but my husband was able to get somebody to take it off of the memory card for us. However, it looks like it only actually went through the first 6 questions, but you didn't get to see my answer for that last question, which means we're missing question, I think 7, 8, 9, and 10 on film, because we started again on question 11 once we had figured out how to record more. I do go through all of the books near the end, but we had technical difficulties. I don't know what happened to the rest of the footage. I don't know if maybe the camera actually stopped earlier than I realized, although I don't think it did because of the fact that like I was trying to make eye contact with the camera as we were filming. I don't know, but we're missing some video. This is the best you guys are going to see, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's actually just jump right back in. Okay, so my camera turned off. I hope you guys saw the last one. We paused the timer really quick so I could figure this out, and we're just gonna jump back in. So he has the timer paused. Okay, so we just did same amount of letters as my name. So now right. Whatever the next one is.
That will be number 11.
Okay, hit. Okay.
Ready? 3,
yes.
2, 1. Do you have a book where there is a cybercrime or technology as an important plot point?
Cybercrime or technology. I'm gonna go, yeah, okay. It's like cyborgs.
Do you have a book written in another language or translated?
Yes.
Do you have a book written by an Asian author?
Yes, but I'm not gonna go with those.
I know.
Let me come over here. We'll go with this one.
Do you have a book with a moon on the cover?
A moon? Crap, I think I just picked one that had a freaking moon. Okay, this one has a moon. Wait, is that a moon? I don't know if it's a moon.
It could be.
It could be a moon. But is it a moon? We're saying it's a moon.
Yeah, okay. Do you have an illustrated children's book?
Hand. Down, down, down. It's the only one in this room.
Okay. Do you have a collection of myths or fairy tales?
Yes. On my middle grade. Okay.
Right. Do you have a fantasy or sci-fi that has an alliance between different races?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a book with a narrow front cover? Paperback, that's front cover is slightly shorter. Okay.
Yeah, step back.
Do you have a book that includes the first chapter of the sequel?
Oh crap, I hate these ones. Okay. Okay, that was definitely not the first chapter of the sequel. That's the first chapter of the new book that's going to come out next year. Yes.
All right. Do you have a book with a broken spine? That's the last question.
Yes.
Should I stop where?
Yes. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Okay. 5 minutes and 9 seconds.
Yay! I think it helps that I have so many freaking books on these shelves. People that only have like a couple hundred books might struggle more. Okay, so now, can I give you to Daddy?
Come here.
Good. Okay. So we're gonna go through these really quick so you guys can double check my work. A book with a fox on the cover or as part of the plot. She's a 9-tailed fox in this book. So Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. I think I picked a lot of young adult because that's like what's here. Okay. My sci-fi shelf and fantasy, yeah, young adult. Okay, number 2, do you have a book published the year you were born or within a 3-year radius? I knew this one. I had to double check though, but yes, Good Omens, published in 1990. I was born in 1990. Number 3, do you have a book with weapon as a weapon or magic? I have not read any of these, but I do own The Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. I think I also own the V.E. Schwab one that has magic, but I don't know where that is. This was on top of my TBR shelves. Number 4, do you have a series with mismatched covers? So, the reason I picked these ones is because it was fresh on my mind from doing our blindfold book cover challenge, so I will leave that link down below as well. But we have the Eldest Curses series by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. This is the Red Squirrels of Magic. And this is the Lost Book of the White. It might look like the covers match, however, this is a reversible cover. And this is the actual cover art. So for this here, I'm saying it counts. Do you have a book with a shapeshifter? I went with New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. They're werewolves, but technically they're shifters that can go into wolf form. Do you have a book signed by the author? I actually have quite a few, but the one I went with was Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. This one I actually went to a book signing for, and so it is signed and personalized to me. Do you have a book with a mostly red cover? I went with Rune Marks by Joanne Harris. This is a YA, like Norse mythology type book. Really good. I didn't like her adult book though, so you know, whatever. Mostly red. Do you have a book that is between 287 and 306 pages? I hated this one, but I picked one pretty quickly, mostly just from size comparison, and the story ends on page like 301, because there's 300 down here and then this one doesn't have a number, but 301. And I forgot to say, this is The Declaration by Gemma. This is a really old, like, young adult book that I've had for forever. And I think there's a sequel that I did want to read eventually, but I don't know. Yeah, 2007. Do you have a book where the main character wears glasses? Now, we heard my husband try and give me a book, and I do still own them because I have too much nostalgia for the series, but we don't talk about that on this channel anymore because the author is a horrible person. So, I say that, and now, like, who knows about old authors? William Golding could be a horrible person too. I don't know. But I picked Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Piggy wears glasses. Do you have a book with a title that has the same number of letters as your first name? Now this is where the camera cut out eventually, so I don't know how much you guys saw, but I did pick Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I think there was some other question and some other tag, who knows when, forever ago, that was also about the number of letters in my first name, and I know this one fits. Do you have a book where there is a cybercrime or technology as an important plot point? For that one I went with The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg. This follows AI robots, cyborg, no. They're like AI, this is like a futuristic, technology-driven, like Disney park almost, where the princesses are robots with AI. So, yes. Do you have a book written in another language and or translated? So I was staring at my manga shelf. Any of those could have worked, but I picked Tomi by Junji Ito. This is translated from the Japanese. Do you have a book written by an Asian author? Again, I was staring at my manga shelves. I could have picked any of those, but I didn't want to because I had just picked a manga, so I went with Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. Do you have a book with a moon on the cover? Wicked Fox would have worked. But I picked up Honor Among Thieves. It looks like a moon to me. I know they're in space around the Earth, and they don't really go too far into other space. At least in this first book, I don't know about the rest of the series. And so that's why we picked this. This is by Rachel Kane and Anne Aguirre. Do you have an illustrated children's book? Yes, like over 50 or 60 of them upstairs. But since I didn't want to run upstairs with my son, we have Meet Happy Bear, illustrated by Charles Balestros. This is one of the only picture book, board book things that we have down here for him right now, because we usually read the majority of our books during nighttime prep, like getting ready for bed. And so all of his books are upstairs, strewn around the floor of his bedroom right now. They're not even on the bookshelf. But this one is down here, and it is definitely an illustrated children's book. Do you have a collection of myths or fairy tales? I have the Green Fairy book edited by Andrew Lang. This one I have owned for forever. I feel like I purchased this when I was in middle school, and this copy, well, no, it just says the first edition of this was published in 1965. That's not when I bought this. I don't know. There is a ticket in here from a movie from 2004. So that's how long I've owned this, at least. And it is literally just a collection of fairy tales. I know there's other colors of fairy books edited by Andrew Lang in this series. I only have the green one. Do you have a fantasy or sci-fi that has an alliance between different races? Now that I'm thinking of that and it says fantasy, I could have also picked Lord of the Rings. Totally didn't. I only heard sci-fi. So I picked Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. We definitely have, careful baby, multiple different species here. Some are human, some are aliens, that kind of stuff. And I love this one, so. Do you have a book with a narrow front cover? So this is a step back. And the one I picked for this is Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. I always think of these when people talk about step backs, only because of the fact that I love the ones here. So here is our front, and then here is the inside, because it's a zombie book. So yeah. Do you have a book that includes the first chapter of the sequel? I don't pay attention to these very often, but I know they're usually in paperbacks. So this one, I picked the second book in the series because I figured there was a better chance of it having the first chapter of the sequel, and I was right. Here we go. Here's a taste of Bitter Blue, the sequel, and then it starts on the next page. And then finally, do you have a book with a broken spine? Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean M. Ewell. I actually have newer copies of these as well. However, this specific one apparently was originally a library book, but then it was my grandfather's book, and then my mother's book, and then I stole it sometime around 8th grade to read it the first time, and then I don't know when I actually kept it. But obviously, the spine of this is trashed. It is held together with tape and a prayer because it's actually falling apart. So yes. And then that was everything. Like my husband said, I did 5 minutes and something. Do you still have the time?
5 minutes, 9 seconds, and 83.
5 minutes, 9 seconds, and 83. So much better than I thought. Again, I do feel like having a gigantic library with a ton of books helps. And then that is it from me. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays. So I will see you then. Bye.